Okay, good afternoon. Today we have two guests from two different departments. Meryem Egemberdiyeva from Literature and Language Department and Mayram Kam Jolonkızı. Is that true?
Yeah.
From Translation Interpretation Department. Before going into just introducing themselves, we are going to talk about for today, and again, different topics. The first of all, language use in the movies. We're going to have their opinion and how movies can be useful and can be used as well in translation interpretation in terms of improving their language, and how can movies be used more effectively in literature and language teaching. Since we have two different students from two different departments. So first of all, I would like them to introduce themselves. Will you please introduce yourself very briefly, and then so we can go into our discussion?
Hello everybody. My name is Meryem, and I'm the student of first year. And so my department is international relations, actually. Yeah, and yeah, this is me.
It's quite interesting. On international relations department, we have a student here, and she's very eager to discuss her opinion with us and movie watching and the use of movies in language teaching. I'm sorry for introducing herself from Department of English Language and Literature at the very beginning. So we found out that she's from International Relations Department. Very good. Thank you. Yes, Meryem. Oh, Mayram.
Okay, my name is Mayram. As you know, I'm from Kyrgyzstan Simultaneous and Translation Department. So that's all.
How did you choose that department? What was very effective? You chose that department. It's not very easy because
I know that
to become interpreter and translator has a lot of time. It requires a lot of time to study and go on.
So first I thought that it's gonna be not so difficult, but now all of my teachers told me that our profession one of the most difficult profession in the world. So first of all we need to be attentive and so on and so forth. So that's why I think that although that our profession is very difficult, I'm trying to learn more.
Good. Before you come to the university, you knew English, right?
Yeah, I knew English.
So you learned before coming to university, and you improved over here.
Yeah.
Why did you? It's a kind of special question. See?
Okay.
Just break the ice.
Okay.
Why did you choose? Kyrgyz English Translation Department.
Kyrgyz English, because from my childhood I liked English very much, and I wanted to learn English deeply, and I wanted to study in English language and literature, but I think that our profession is more interesting, even it's difficult. I think
it is, yeah.
Yeah, so
it's difficult. We cannot classify the profession as difficult or easy, but we can say that to become a very proficient and experienced interpreter or translator takes a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I know.
Compared to the other departments, when you finish your department, you go into the business, but you have to improve yourself to become a very proficient and a very skillful translator interpreter. Compared to other departments, of course. Maybe when she graduates from the university, International Relations Department, she's going to find a job in an international business organization, maybe, or some other places, and she'll become more experienced. But when you start first, you have to use what skills you have at the very beginning. So, why English? Why international relations?
Thank you. Why my department is international relations? I chose this department because
I want to become an ambassador, and this all my talent is English, and I love to decide problems which will appear into person, maybe then it will be to other nations, and I will become an ambassador and to solve their problem. So that is why I chose international relations. So this I like my department, and I like English language.
Good. So where did you learn English? So you speak English fluently.
Yes, so I study when I was at school. I studied English 3 years deeply. I mean, I was in an English, not Kyrgyz school, but in English.
English medium school.
Yeah, so that's why I know.
You improved your
fluent,
English. Very good. It's very, I mean, very joyful for you. And you are speaking English very well. So you have a very good future plan. You're going to be an ambassador.
Of course.
Nothing
yes.
else, just ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Future ambassador.
Okay. I hope I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay.
And first of all, can we talk about we have been showing the movies for the last almost 12 weeks, more than that maybe, because last time we showed the movie yesterday, and it was the 10th movie. And you see, the movies are subtitled and in English.
Yes.
And from classical movies to the modern ones, all of them are based on English language, right? And sometimes it is not easy to understand the language in the movies because of the accent, because of the words used, because of the archaic words used, and many reasons maybe. And what do you think about, I mean, the language used in the movies in terms of maybe accents, idioms, and the word choice, I mean, the vocabulary, and some other reasons maybe. You might find it difficult or easy. You can just start if you like to.
Okay. Firstly, I found difficult some words, but it was the subtitle was very helpful to understand the movie, because some of them, these actors, we can't understand their pronunciation, their accent.
Because of the accent?
Yeah, of their accent, but it was very understandable with their subtitle. And there were some useful phrases and idioms that we can learn. And I think that I already in some case enriched my vocabulary maybe.
Good. It's very good to hear that.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the same issue?
Yeah, I'm agree with Mayram. So the movie and the subtitles are very helpful to improve our English. And when we see the subtitle and we hear the same word, it's really helpful to remember it. And for example, we can see the word, and we can at the same time we can hear the word.
The pronunciation.
Yeah, the
Yes.
pronunciation. Yeah.
With the accent.
Yeah, the accents will be very different, but actually we will know about this word's sound. So how it sounds. And I think that when we know this word and when we use in our daily speech, it really helps us very fast to imagine this action and to imagine this subtitle and remember and talk to people.
So you say audiovisual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear and you see.
Yes. Yes.
So sometimes do you think it is difficult to watch the movies while you're reading the subtitle?
Yeah, it's sometimes
Sometimes
Because all the time you
there are
just
many
you-
unknown words,
Yeah.
but you can learn learn unknown words through these movies, maybe, because I think like if you don't know this unknown word, you can imagine this meaning of this word through this movie. Like in which cases we can use these words. Maybe.
So you mean the
Yes.
context?
Yes, on context.
What context they use the movie, right?
Yes.
I mean the words, the
Yes,
new
words.
words,
New
the
words.
idioms maybe.
Yes, idioms.
But I still just insist on asking the question. When you read the subtitle, you are just losing the track of watching the movie.
Yeah, when we are reading,
You're just reading, right?
Yeah, we
Not
are
watching.
reading because
You can you miss the mimics and gestures maybe.
yeah, we are not concentrated in movie. We are concentrated in subtitles. But when we are like watching movie without subtitles, then we will not understand many words, and we will not understand, I think. But of course, our concentration will go to concentrate to a new like subtitle.
What movie did you find very difficult to understand so far?
The movie which we were watched yesterday, the Shakespeare.
Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah, Shakespeare in Love. Yeah, it was a little hard.
So the language was very difficult.
Yeah,
Right?
the language.
They used the Shakespeare. I mean, not Shakespearean time, still
There's
modern,
some
but
sonnets,
Shakespearean
that's why
maybe sentences they used. Yeah.
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 But and sometimes, in the real life situation, we don't always meet people speaking standard English. Everywhere in the world, we're going to find a lot of people speaking different accents and with different fluency, accents. And so we have to understand them.
Of course.
And that's why we are just paying attention to using the movies in terms of the language used in the movies, because the language used in the movies are authentic language. Because the scenery, the scenes, the actors, and the plot, and the characters, and the sentences, the dialogues in the movies are being very helpful for us to acquire, to learn, to understand the authentic language, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that's why we are insisting on showing the movies. And we're insisting on, again, inviting our students to help us and be with us in the movie theater. And in the meantime, the number of students decreased,
Really?
and because of maybe some reasons. Anyway, another question, so we can talk about it, how movies can be used in translation interpretation. And first of all, I would like to give you some ideas maybe. We use movies, mostly not the movies, the dialogues in the movies for translation and interpretation purposes. See, we have never done that so far, but I think we're gonna do that in coming time. In the coming future. Students from that department might be able to interpret or translate whatever they hear, because the movie will be stopped, and then students will be trying to translate and interpret what they hear when they watch the movie. So it's gonna be, at the same time, it is going to be both simultaneous and consecutive translation.
Yeah.
And it is live, right?
Yes.
It's very lively. You watch movie, what do you hear? You translate that into any other language, into Kyrgyz, Turkish, Russian, whatever. So what do you think about this?
I think that in consecutive and simultaneous translation, we need these dialects from these movies, and maybe we don't know some words, and for example, and we saw these words from the movie, and we can, these words remind us this situation in the movie, and we can find out maybe like meaning of this word for these like associations maybe in our while interpreting or translating something.
You mean you sometimes have problems finding out the meanings, right?
Yeah.
The unknown words.
Yeah, unknown words. I mean,
It always happens in the life.
yeah.
See, let's say you are just doing consecutive or simultaneous translation. I am the speaker. You translate what I speak, but you don't know what kind of words or expressions I'm going to use.
Yes.
And it is the same, right?
Yes, it's
Because you're not expecting me to use the language you know very well.
yeah.
So it is always problem. So you have to translate that into another language. As a matter of fact, you might say that using the movies in translation and interpretation might be very useful and helpful for students.
Yes, helpful for students. Instead of just listening, we can it will be also helpful to watch their action, maybe their facial expressions, maybe like. How
So when you translate that, you're going to use their facial expression?
No, I'm just trying to.
No, you can't. If the actor or actress is crying in the movie and you translate, you cannot translate that while you're crying. No need for facial expression and paralinguistic things, right?
No, I mean that
Yeah.
finding out the meaning of the word.
Yeah, but it's from the context maybe.
Yeah, context.
You can just guess the meaning. Yeah. What do you think about? I mean, your question is different because you are. Even though I just announced you are from English Language and Literature Department, and I'm sorry about that. You are going to be just giving us your own ideas about the how can movies be more and more effective in international relations?
Okay.
Using the movies, I mean. Let's say you've been watching movies with us for a long time. How might be very influential, how might be very, very helpful for you, effective for you to improve your English as well as your profession as an international relations department student.
Okay. I'm from the international relations department.
You have to emphasize that.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't mean that I will be. I will become an ambassador, but in this way, I will try to be a translator, and I will try to be a journalist, and I will go to my profession very gradually. So I think that the English language the movies are very effective to use speech very correctly. So in my experience, I had many friends from other countries, and I need to translate their words into Kyrgyz language. And movies were very helpful and are very helpful to remember and then to translate it. And and I think that in my profession, for example, ambassadors must to translate the word very correctly, and the speech must be correct in that way that this country, another country, must understand it peacefully. So when we are watching movies, so the first help is we will know many words, and the second is we will from every story we will conclude something. So in my opinion, that movie was really helpful for me in that way that I'm trying to conclude and analyze my speech.
So movie with subtitle or without subtitle?
With subtitle.
With subtitle for English learners, but for the people who are very fluent and very good in English, they don't need very.
Yeah, when you talk to somebody in real life, there won't be any subtitle. No subtitle here. And you're going to only hear that. Maybe later on we are going to present the movie without subtitles. In this case, and you are going to study auditorily. I mean, you are going to train your ears, and then try to guess the meaning from the context, from the movies. I mean, from the settings,
Yes.
and from the scenes. And sometimes we guess what is going to be said in the movie, because it's becoming more and more useful, more and more practical. When you watch the movie, you can guess what the actors or actresses will say next. Okay?
Yes.
And of course, it is very not very easy for us to get all together and to watch the movie and to ask and to tell our students, explain our students the uses and the benefits of watching movies and how it can be very helpful to improve our English. And thank you very much for joining us for today. And we're almost coming down here to the end. And maybe next week, with the new guests over here, with our colleagues, we are going to discuss some other issues, again, using the movies in both departments or in real life, how it can be helpful for us, for our students, and for people to watch movies with or without title. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.